Welcome back to Survival English, the podcast where we teach you the English you actually need in real life. I'm Jax.
And I'm Zora, and today we are going shopping.
Now, this one is close to my heart because shopping is something we all do every single day. Groceries, clothes, household items, you name it.
And if your English isn't confident yet, walking into a store can feel really stressful. What do you say when a staff member approaches you? How do you ask where something is? How do you return something if it doesn't fit?
Today, we cover all of that. We have 4 scenes, a clothing store, a supermarket, asking about prices and discounts, and finally, paying and returning items.
And of course, we have grammar inserts. Today we're looking at this, that, these, and those, which sounds simple but trips up learners constantly. We're also looking at indirect questions and one of the most confused word pairs in shopping English, on sale versus for sale.
These are not the same thing, and by the end of this episode, you will never confuse them again.
Let's go shopping.
Scene 1. You walk into a clothing store. You're browsing. A staff member walks over and says,
Hi there, can I help you with anything today?
Now, this is the moment a lot of learners freeze because they don't know what to say if they're just looking around. So let's give you the perfect response first before we even get into the dialogue.
If you are just looking and don't need help yet, say this. I'm just looking, thank you. That's it. 4 words, natural, polite, and it gives you space to browse without pressure.
Let's replay that.
Hi there, can I help you with anything today?
I'm just looking, thank you.
Of course, let me know if you need anything.
Perfect. Now, let's say you do find something you want to try. You pick up a jacket and you want to ask about sizes and try it on.
Excuse me, do you have this in a smaller size?
Let me check for you. What size are you looking for?
I think a small. Do you also have this in black? I see it's only in gray on the rack.
We do have it in black. Let me grab that for you. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, please. Could I use the fitting room?
Of course. The fitting rooms are just around the corner on your left.
Okay, let's stop and break this down.
First phrase, do you have this in a smaller size? Very natural. Notice this because the jacket is right there in Zora's hands, close to her. That's the key to using this correctly.
And that brings us to today's first grammar insert. This, that, these, and those. This is one of the most common mistakes English learners make in shops.
Here's the rule. This and these are for things that are close to you. That and those are for things that are far from you, across the room, on a different shelf, behind the counter.
And this and that are singular, one item. These and those are plural, more than one item.
Let's give you examples. Imagine you're holding a jacket right now. You say, how much is this jacket? Close, one item.
Now imagine you're pointing to a jacket on the other side of the store. You say, how much is that jacket? Far, one item.
Now you're holding 2 shirts. How much are these shirts? Close, more than one.
And pointing to 2 bags on a high shelf, how much are those bags? Far, more than one.
And here's the grammar mistake we hear all the time. Learners say, how much is these shoes? Mixing singular verb with plural pronoun. It should be, how much are these shoes?
Simple rule. This and that go with is, these and those go with are. Say it with us.
How much is this?
How much are these?
Perfect. Back to the dialogue. Zora tried the jacket on and comes back out.
I like it, but it's a bit long. Do you have something shorter?
We do have a cropped version. It's a bit shorter in the hem. Would you like to see it?
Yes, please. Also, which one is better quality, this one or that one?
Honestly, that one is better quality. It's a heavier fabric, but this one is cheaper.
And there it is, natural comparatives in a real shopping conversation. Which one is better quality? That one is better quality. This one is cheaper. This is exactly how native speakers compare products in a store.
Key phrases from scene 1. I'm just looking, thank you. Do you have this in a smaller size? Could I try this on, please? The fitting rooms are just around the corner on your left. Which one is better quality?
Scene 2. You're at the supermarket. This is everyone's weekly routine, and there are so many useful phrases here that most textbooks completely ignore.
Let's start with the most common situation. You can't find something, and you need to ask a staff member for help.
Excuse me, where's the bread?
The bread is in aisle 4 on your left.
Thank you. And do you know where I can find the butter?
That's in the dairy section, aisle 6 at the far end.
One more. Is there a section for gluten-free products?
Yes, there's a health food section in aisle 8. You'll find gluten-free items there.
Now, let's talk about what just happened, because there's a really important grammar point hiding in that dialogue.
Did you notice that Zora used two different question styles? The first one was direct, where's the bread? And the second one was indirect, do you know where I can find the butter?
Both are correct, but indirect questions sound more polite and natural when you're asking a stranger, like a staff member you've never met.
Here's how indirect questions work. You take a normal direct question and attach it to a polite opener. But, and this is the key part, the word order changes.
Let's compare. Direct question, where's the coffee? Indirect, could you tell me where the coffee is? Now it's back to normal statement order.
One more. Direct. Which aisle are the eggs in? Indirect. Do you know which aisle the eggs are in?
The mistake learners make is keeping the inverted order in indirect questions. They say, could you tell me where is the coffee? That sounds wrong to a native speaker.
Think of it this way. When you attach a polite opener like, could you tell me, or do you know, the question part calms down and goes back to normal sentence order.
Here are your polite openers for asking in a supermarket. Could you tell me where? Do you know where I can find? Would you happen to know which aisle? I was wondering if you could help me find.
Now let's continue the dialogue. Zora is at the checkout.
Hi there. Just these items, please.
Sure. Do you have a loyalty card with us?
No, I don't. Not yet.
No worries. Would you like to sign up today? You get 5% off your first shop.
Oh, yes, actually. I'd love to.
Great. And would you like a bag?
Yes, please. A reusable one if you have it.
A few good phrases from the checkout. Just these items, please. Using these correctly because the items are right there on the belt. And a reusable one if you have it. A soft, polite way to make a preference without demanding.
Key phrases from Scene 2. Excuse me, where's the item? Could you tell me where the item is? Do you know where I can find the section? Is there a section for dietary need products? Would you like a bag?
Scene 3. This one is short but packed, talking about prices and discounts. And we have a very important grammar insert here. On sale versus for sale.
But first, let's cover how to actually ask about a price, because a lot of learners say, what is the price? Which is correct, but sounds very stiff and unnatural.
Here's what native speakers actually say. How much is this? Single item, casual. How much are these? Multiple items. How much does this cost? Slightly more formal. What does this go for? Very casual, Australian English.
Let's do a quick role play. Jax, you're a customer at a market stall.
Hi, how much is this bag?
That one's $45.
Oh, and how much are those two over there?
Those are $30 each or $55 for both.
Is there any discount if I buy two of these scarves as well?
For you, I can do a 10% discount on the whole lot.
That's great. I'll take them.
Perfect shopping negotiation. Now the grammar insert. On sale versus for sale.
These two phrases look almost identical, but they mean completely different things, and mixing them up can cause real confusion.
On sale means the item has a reduced price right now. It's discounted. It's cheaper than normal. A department store might say, all shoes are on sale this weekend, meaning they're cheaper than usual.
Let's hear them side by side. Is this jacket for sale? Means, are you selling this jacket? Can I buy it? Is this jacket on sale? Means, is this jacket discounted right now? Is it discounted? Is the price reduced?
Let's imagine you're at a garage sale. You see a lamp and you ask, is this lamp for sale? You're asking if it's available to purchase. Perfectly correct.
Now, imagine you're at a department store and you see a sign on the shelf. You ask the staff, is this lamp on sale? You're asking, is it discounted? Is the price reduced?
One more pair to compare. Everything in this store is for sale. This is a shop. You can buy everything here.
Everything in this store is on sale. Everything has a reduced price right now. Bargain.
So, for sale means available to buy. On sale means discounted price. Never swap them.
Key phrases from Scene 3. How much is this? How much are these? Is there a discount if I buy two? Is this on sale? I'll take them.
Scene 4. Paying and returning. Two of the most essential skills in any shop.
Let's do paying first. It's quick, but there are a few phrases worth knowing.
That'll be $87.50, thanks.
Can I pay by card?
Absolutely. Tap or insert.
I'll tap. Oh, can I get a receipt, please?
Of course. Here you go. Have a great day.
Simple and smooth. Can I pay by card is perfectly casual here. Could I get a receipt, please? Slightly more polite. Both work. In a casual shop, can is totally fine.
Now, returning items. This is where learners struggle the most because it can feel uncomfortable. You don't want to sound rude or aggressive, so let's teach you the exact phrases.
Let's do a role play. Zora bought a pair of shoes yesterday, and they don't fit.
Hi there. I'd like to return these shoes, please.
Of course. Is there something wrong with them?
They don't quite fit. They're a bit too small. I'd like a refund if possible.
Do you have your receipt?
Yes, here it is. I bought them yesterday.
Great. I can process a refund to your card. It may take 2 to 3 business days to appear.
That's fine. Thank you so much.
Let's look at the phrases Zora used. I'd like to return these shoes, please. Not, I want to return these. Not, these don't fit, give me a refund. She used, I'd like, the same polite opener we introduced all the way back in episode 1.
This is why we keep coming back to I'd like. It works in every situation. Hotel, airport, shop, restaurant. It is one of the single most useful phrases in English.
Now, here's a quick phrase upgrade. 3 ways to ask for a return from casual to very polite. I'd like to return this. Standard, polite, works everywhere. I was hoping to return this. Extra soft, used when you're unsure of the policy. I'm afraid I need to return this. Formal, used when there's a fault or a serious problem.
And I'm afraid here doesn't mean you're scared. In British and Australian English, I'm afraid is a polite way to introduce a problem or a disappointment. I'm afraid there's been a mistake. I'm afraid this isn't quite right. Very common in professional settings.
Key phrases from Scene 4. Can I pay by card? Could I get a receipt, please? I'd like to return this, please. I'd like a refund if possible. Do you offer an exchange? I'm afraid this isn't quite right.
All right, let's wrap up today's shopping episode. 4 scenes, 4 grammar points.
Scene 1. Clothing store. This, that, these, those. Close to you, this and these. Far from you, that and those. Singular, is. Plural, are.
Scene 2. Supermarket. Indirect questions. When you attach a polite opener, the word order flips back to normal statement order. Could you tell me where the coffee is? Not, where is the coffee?
Scene 3. Prices and discounts. On sale means discounted. For sale means available to buy. Different meanings. Never swap them.
Scene 4. Paying and returning. Use I'd like to keep your English polite and natural. And remember, I'm afraid is not about being scared. It's a formal, polite way to raise a problem.
If you take just one phrase away from today, let it be this. I'm just looking, thank you. Because that one phrase will save you from a lot of awkward moments in a lot of stories.
That's survival English. Practical, real, and always useful. If today's episode helped you, subscribe so you never miss our next one.
Next time, we're heading to the restaurant, and we'll be tackling I'll have versus I'll go with, and the one phrase you should never say when the waiter gets your order wrong.
Until then, keep practicing, keep going, and remember, every conversation is survival English in action.
See you in the next one.
Bye!